Hey guys, what's up? This is Eric with Screaming Piston Speed Customs. Once again, the name is just because I needed something, and even though I'm not trying to go for extreme speeds on this stuff, it's fun to just play around with it and see. So most of you don't know who I am, but I actually am a product analyst for some companies, and I'm a tree climber, and so my life is spent analyzing things, and really this project is that. It's analyzing and playing around with and seeing what happens and what's going on. So that being said, a couple of things have been found. One, for this frame, which is a Huffy Nel Lusso, the problem I'm having currently is tire rubbing. In fact, you can see there, it's rubbing so bad, even though I put this guard there, it just burnt through the guard. And that was like a 1.5 mile round trip. It wasn't very long at all. So that'll be coming off, and you can see the crosshatch pattern that it's wearing into the tire from the rivets. So lesson one is that I need a narrower rear tire. Now, of course, I use these more trail tires for the look, but for speed, you need to reduce those down to a smooth tire. So like a Maxxis Hookworm would be better, or even the ones with the tinier bricks, that vintage look would be better. But so currently I've only gotten 38.3 miles an hour on this thing. I am running the factory carb, so I know that instantly you can change that and get more out of it. I do have an FMF. This is a 60cc or 80cc FMF expansion chamber pipe that a friend of mine who owns a dirt bike shop gave me. So one interesting thing about this is I had a longer stinger that came back to about right here on there, and a couple of guys said, oh, you need to cut that off to get higher speeds. I thought that same thing, but I was wrong. It's louder, of course, now, way louder, and I have lower end torque, but I actually dropped speed on my last run when I cut it. I actually had 1.5 miles per hour more speed with the longer stinger, interestingly enough. We did tune this carb for a different muffler or a different exhaust, so I probably need to go back in and retune it, but all my jets are at my friend's shop and I just can't do that today. So I need to pull the plug. It's four stroking at the top. Something's going on. It's out of tune for sure. So maybe if we richen it up a little bit, because it's super lean right now. It's the second to the smallest jet you can put in it, and the C-clip on the needle is all the way up. And this is just that NT carburetor, so there's not much adjustment you can do on that. Now, the other thing to think about is that I'm at 6,000 feet in altitude, so that has something to do with it. Plus, the wheels are heavier. Those are 12 gauge stainless steel 1.5 by 26 rear wheels with Husky industrial hub, coaster brake hub, and then this is a 11 gauge stainless steel Sturmey Archer wheel, stay true rim, 26 by 1.5 in the front. So I'm not really worried about the hubs having the issue with maintaining or handling the speeds. I do have the Flying Monkey motor in here with the high compression head. It's been decked, port matched, polished, balance crank, and windowed piston with knife edge. So it's got something done to it. I don't know, and I am running the 44 tooth rear sprocket. I'm doing the sprocket on the rear that size because of my weight. I'm about 220 pounds, and there's a lot of hills around here. So I'm just continuing to analyze and adjust and modify, and we'll see what happens.